Trainer Joe Unfiltered. Are you ready to get unfiltered talking about your 100 pounds in 6 months video?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about it because it might be too unfiltered, but let's just go with that and see how it works.
I like the sound of
Because
that.
I'm naturally unfiltered, and now when we say it's unfiltered, I'm like, wow, even more unfiltered.
Oh, man. Well, you have permission, but I'll keep you in check.
All right.
Let's do it. So, 100 pounds in 6 months. I mean, that just sounds... I almost could see someone getting a little triggered by that statement. You can hey man, you can lose 100 pounds in 6 months. Is that for real? Because you made a video on it. It's your biggest video.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
It just reminded me.
Sure.
As I was walking around yesterday, and I see somebody. I saw a guy yesterday. I don't remember where I was, and I'm like, the poor guy. I was just in the parking lot at Kroger or Walmart, and he needed to lose over 100 pounds. And my heart went out to this guy, and I literally wanted to go up to him and say, would you like me to help you get to a healthy weight? Because I'm just saying, that's just my reality, because I remember I visited church with you, and the pastor said, hey, if you're not sure what you want to do in life, consider that the thing that ticks you off might be the thing that makes you tick. And it really does. So I'm just sharing my heart. Yeah. I've never gone up to somebody and said, you need to lose weight, or hey, would you want me to help you lose weight? Never done that, okay? But I'm just saying, when I see somebody, so that's kind of where this came from. I'm like, people need to lose 100 pounds. I'm going to tell them how to do it.
Okay, so let's get to the video then. You believe in it. You believe, and you've seen it happen. I want to get to actually the substance of this video and really talk about, is it kind of gimmicky, or is this legit, and anyone that needs to lose 100 pounds can lose it in 6 months?
Ooh, that's tough, because it's gotten it's our most viewed video.
Yeah.
People seem to like it. It resonates, and I get a lot of good comments about it. And some people have done it and lost the weight and talked about it on there. You can see this guy's documenting. Today, here I am. And he documents
in the comments.
In the comments, his 100-pound loss. And I'll tell you, I was surprised. You know why I was surprised?
I can guess. You
Why
were probably surprised because, whoa, someone literally watched this video, did what I said without kind of needing the extra
of coaching, accountability.
Which a lot of people do need and benefit from.
Yeah, because you had a guy that needed to lose 100 pounds. So he was already used to this lifestyle of what got him there. So for him to change it is a big deal. And I'm amazed, but at the same time, I'm like, well, that's why I did it. So anybody that's ready, in a sense, if you're ready, and it's tough. People... In our culture, it's easy to be overweight. It takes work to be the right weight unless there's something in you that's already causing that mindset, right? So you're naturally going to be overweight the older you get, and we got foods that are so wonderful and hyper palatable.
So you have empathy. Even though you're this man that...
I have empathy, yet at the same time, I will tell you, if you want to be the right weight, you can be. And some people, I think, are irritated at that. They're like, well, how do you know? You don't know what their health issues are. You don't know what their problems are. You don't know their family history. And I'm like, you're right, but that doesn't matter. Because in my mind, if you want to lose the weight badly enough, you can.
Come on.
Period.
Period. I believe it.
But people will get upset at that because they take what I just said and they twist it into something else. Because they may say, well, I'm paralyzed from the waist down. And I'm like, well, certainly I'm not saying you have to do this or should do this, but you could. Even then, you could lose weight. So I'm just saying, one of the things that keeps people, I think, from doing it is they're not sure they can. They're not sure that it's possible.
Well, can we just say right now, you've had how many people do a lot of what you say in this video, and you've actually seen 100 pounds in 6 months?
Yes, multiple times, with way fewer restrictions.
What are you going to do, haters? What are you going to do with that?
With way fewer restrictions, though, because when I've seen him do it, I was helping him do it, and I had him on my program that I do, and I'm kind of walking it through. For the most part, that's how they did it, and it's easier,
ideally.
But they jumped in. So without my helping him, I'm like, okay, I got to give him something that's really going to work.
Yeah.
Even without my help, even without making adjustments. So I said, okay, it's kind of a minimalist way of losing 100 pounds in 6 months.
If you want this to be the easiest path, try the 21-day transformation, and you're probably going to need
get
multiple.
help, do it with people, get encouragement. This is just, we threw out there, this will work.
So
and we've had some people do it.
Let's talk about it. So what in this video, I think you titled that, How to Lose 100 Pounds in 6 Months. What do they need to do to lose it?
You go into it.
I want the practical.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you mindset. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you practically what you do.
Hit us practically.
You come in, you got 100 pounds or more to lose. You're going to realize you're starting with nothing. Okay, so you start out saying, okay, I don't eat anything all day except, and then we start bringing it in.
Okay.
We bring in a large salad.
Bringing stuff in rather than taking stuff out.
Right. We're not saying, here's all the things you love. Let's get rid of the Tootsie Rolls. Let's get rid of the potato chips. No, we're starting from nothing.
I like that because I don't feel like that's that common. Normally, when I talk to someone when I talk to someone who is trying to lose weight, they've cut out the soft drinks.
Right, I've cut out. I've stopped eating that. I've
cut out the dairy. Okay,
let's just stop eating everything, because you know what? One thing is that I think is interesting.
Good. That's clever.
Here's one thing interesting. People don't like this either, but if you have 100 pounds to lose, you're literally a walking food bank. Okay, you have enough food on your body. You could not eat anything for literally, let's say, 3 months. Nothing for 3 months. I'm not suggesting anybody do that. Talk to your doctor. Don't do that. But the reality is, you have enough food stored on your body to just live on the fat.
Again, let's double down. He is not suggesting.
So I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying, don't start out thinking I'm going to starve to death. Okay, nobody's going to starve to death
if they have 100 pounds.
If they have 100 pounds to lose.
Okay.
So we start from nothing. We say, hey, but you're going to eat something. What should you eat?
Good.
And of course, a salad with lots of veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, radishes, cucumbers, all that stuff.
So you're giving us a day. Here's what you eat today.
It's a salad. Yeah, it looks like a salad.
Hey, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So day one of losing 100 pounds in 6 months, here's what you eat.
Right.
Okay. A salad with a serving of chicken.
Salad with 6 ounces of either chicken or salmon.
Okay.
Grilled on top of it. And up to 30 calories worth of dressing.
Getting specific. Good.
Yeah, because a lot of people eat 400 calories in dressing and don't know it, and they thought, I had a salad, isn't that good? You know, it's like, no, you just had a milkshake, man, worth of calories, right? So yeah, so there's that. Then we say, so you got this big salad with meat on it, and then we're like, okay, what else do I get? And some people, when they first start, they're like, I can do that, and they don't realize it's going to get hard. You're going to get hungry. Things are not going to, anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then we say, plus a hard-boiled egg, plus a bowl of plain oatmeal. Okay. Plus a quarter cup of walnuts, plus an apple, plus a Quest bar. A Quest bar is just a bar that's got a lot of protein and fiber in it.
So you're saying all this in the video. Are you telling them the times of day to eat it, or?
I do tell them this. Eat it whenever you want. You can eat everything I just said. That's your day, but with 100 ounces, at least 100 ounces of water, and then and you can have up to 2 cups of coffee with a little bit of either skim milk or unsweetened almond milk. And you can even sweeten it with stevia or monk fruit. Okay, so there's your day. And then you can even have a can of this if you want to every day. One of a Zevia.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But still delicious.
Delicious and not nutritious. It's just nothing, you know.
Okay.
Doesn't have any nutritious value. So you got that, and so that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
So you're telling me.
Just do that for 6 months, and you got 100 pounds to lose. I believe you. Oh, and then the exercise for 30 minutes. Walk at least 30 minutes a day. I didn't have that on here, but it's on the video. Walk at least 30 minutes a day, and if you want to do 10 minutes 3 times a day, because some people, they got 300 pounds to lose, and they're going to try this, and they can't walk for 20 minutes, so that's fine. You can do a recumbent bike. You can walk for 10 minutes, then 10 minutes, whatever, but I want you moving for 30 minutes a day. Walking is fine. Doesn't even have to be fast walking. What's so funny?
So you literally do what you just said. You eat those 8 items every day. You walk for 30 minutes, and you're going to lose 100 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I mean, I'm laughing at it. It's just so.
Why wouldn't you?
It's too simple.
It's too simple. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. Food is simple. We are complicated. So you get a person and like, yeah, that looks great. I can do that. And then they start going through life and they start getting cravings and they're like, this is hard. What am I doing? And you start questioning it. So that's why I say I'm always amazed when somebody does it without encouragement, accountability, coaching, a team, that sort of thing. But the reality is, if you do it, it will work.
So people are watching this, and you have somebody that's really motivated. They need to lose 100 pounds. They watch this and they say, okay, I'm in, and they start. When does the normal person drop off, and why?
I'm trying not to be facetious about it, but it ain't going to take long before that person gets discouraged. So part of what I do is encourage, inspire, and motivate, right? But if you do that and you take off, it's like going to summer camp, and you come back so excited, Christian camp, and I'm going to serve the Lord, and you're excited, and then things start happening, and you're like, maybe I'm not really prepared. Same thing here. I don't expect most people to last very long because I just know people. But there are some people that are ready, and they're so fed up, they're so disgusted, they're like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And you put something out there and you tell them this will work, and it will. Some are just flat out going to say they want to prove it wrong, or they want to lose 100 pounds, and they do it. And it's pretty exciting. But I I don't want this to be a commercial for my program, but you really want to do it. Why aren't you getting somebody help you and coach you through it? So I'm like, and I've gotten a lot of people from that have joined my program.
Good.
Because they're like, this guy's telling me the truth, but I can't do it. Right? They're like, but I can't do it. I can't not eat a snack later that night. They're used to eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's, and they're like, I can't even have a bite.
Isn't there
No, you can't have a bite.
Isn't there something beautiful to knowing our weaknesses versus someone who's like, oh, I need to do this all on my own and show that I'm strong. In reality, you're probably more strong to admit I maybe can't do this and shouldn't try to do this on my own.
You're more honest.
More honest. Okay. More honest might be the right word.
And real, because there is an awareness. No, I appreciate what you're saying, because there is,
you hear what I'm saying?
There is a strength. There's the book the guy wrote, Who Not How. It's like, you don't need to know how to do all this, but you need to find somebody that does, right? And I don't do my taxes. I don't want to do my taxes. I don't want to know how to do my taxes. But I got somebody who does. So yeah, there is the finding a helper for stuff.
100 pounds in 6 months.
100 pounds in 6. That'd be 50 pounds in 3 months. What is that per month? 18 pounds a month, something like that.
That's no joke.
It's like 3 something a week. And most people say, well, you're not supposed to lose more than 2 pounds a week. Well, this guy's 100 pounds of weight. He gained more than average. Maybe he can lose more than average. So I'm looking at it like, fine. I don't care if you want to do it slower. People get nervous. They're like, well, aren't I going to have this? And is it dangerous? And is it risky? I'm like, it ain't as risky as being 100 pounds overweight.
Ooh, that's a good reality.
That's the thing. Everybody's concerned. Oh, but you're going to cause somebody to have an eating disorder. And I'm like, they're 100 pounds overweight. And you're worried that they're going to have an eating disorder? And I'm not saying that's not a legitimate concern.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm saying when you compare it and people come on there like, that's not enough to eat. Well, yeah, you're a walking food bank. How much you need? How much food do you need when you're 100 pounds overweight?
Hey, this is Unfiltered with Trainer
sorry.
Joe. It gets unfiltered.
I apologize.
Do you all... And you
I apologize.
There may be stuff on here that you don't agree with every single thing, but do you all want something that's real?
Right.
Or do you want something that just kind of is nice and easy and tickles your fancy? Because there's a lot of those things out there. I don't mean to sound too mean, but there's a lot of programs that are nice, but they're just kind of weak sauce. There's a lot of mottos around weight loss that are just kind of weak sauce.
Woke weight loss. It's like you can't say anything wrong. You can't hurt anybody's feelings. You can't say anything that's at all controversial.
This is anti-woke weight loss. This is anti-woke weight loss. There's your motto. Moving forward.
Fair enough, but just reality. It's reality. Maybe we should look at that as a name. Reality with Trainer Joe and Paul.
I kind of like anti-woke weight loss.
Anti-woke weight loss.
Unless it's already been out there. So you believe in your lose 100 pounds. Guys, we'll link the video below. We'll also link his program below if you want to take the path of least resistance If you want to take the path that
there's easier ways.
That
There are
lead-
easier ways to lose 100 pounds than what I'm putting here. But what are they? Okay, so you start looking at what they are. Yeah, go get the surgery done, gastric bypass. But then if your mind is not working right, you're not going to do this plan, you're not going to do that plan, you're not going to do any plan until you get a mindset that is okay with it. I remember I worked with one girl.
I'm sorry. So are you you're not necessarily encouraging the gastric bypass?
I would definitely not do that. However, if that's the only way you're going to lose 100 pounds, I would do it. But see, the problem is what people end up doing, in my opinion, is they're looking for a path that doesn't. It's kind of like my wife was reading me something this morning, and it was somebody looking at Ozempic, and it was one of the drugs they were taking, and they were like, "It's wonderful. It's totally taken away my appetite." Oh yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it? To have no appetite?
It'd be miserable.
Yeah, that would be fun. Never feel like eating. Okay. Or have the surgery. You got a stomach this big.
The size of a walnut.
You want that? Go ahead. So I'm just saying, yeah, those might make it easier in a sense, but it's not better. I really believe there are good ways of doing it, not good ways of doing it. This is kind of in the middle. This 100 pounds 6 months. It's very restrictive. It will work. And somebody that's just like, I don't care. I'm ready. He's real. It's true. I'm going to do it. Great. Go do it. But if you wanted something that didn't require that much sacrifice, there's other things that aren't necessarily better. I would say the gastric bypass would be worse. It's restricting you worse than this, and it's risky. And there's the Ozempic, I would say, is worse. It's causing food just to have to sit in your stomach. It's affecting your whole chemistry in your body. I would not recommend that. I would do mine first. But when you do mine, you're like, well, this is too hard. Okay, you can do this and inject yourself with Ozempic. I wouldn't do that. I would get the help that you need in a normal, healthy manner. But everybody's got opinions on that. This is mine. What do you think? What do you want? How would you tell somebody to lose 100 pounds in 6 months?
I would say
they want to lose 100 pounds, whether it's 6 months or not. You can say you want to lose it fast, you want to lose it slow. How do you want to do it? But I was totally sincere when I did the video.
Yeah.
People have done the video, but to go into it and think, oh, I'll just do that. Well, probably you're going to get fed up after a couple of days and be like, I don't like the way I feel, because you're used to filling up. Let's say you should weigh 200 pounds, and obviously they weigh 300 or more. They're used to eating for that. Yeah. And suddenly you say, we're going to dial this way back. Do you think you're going to feel like doing that?
Yeah, no, that's true.
So that's a big part of this. Well, how are you going to go against the way you feel and what you're used to doing?
Unless you've really had an awakening.
It's over. It's over. Unless you've just it's over and you're willing to do whatever, then this is for you.
Tired of living 100 pounds overweight.
This is for you.
And I'm going to do what it takes to make the change. Then day 3, day 2, day 3, day 4, when you're feeling the discomfort, when you're feeling that annoyance of, I want to eat what I was eating before that led me to 100 pounds overweight, you can address that and say, I'm tired of that life. I'm going to stick with it. And that's the people that you've seen do it.
Yeah.
They've been sick and tired of that life.
You know, I've worked with several people who've done it. One guy, Dan, did it in 6 months. He said, you know, he had bone on bone in his knees. He had to take an elevator up one flight of steps when he came to the first session. But he did it with ongoing help. He didn't do it with this video, but maybe he would have. I don't know. But he said, Joe, I eat to make me happy. I eat to make me happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get that, because there's a lot of pleasure from eating the things you want to eat.
And probably a lot of us, I eat and it makes me happy, but yeah. I would say that's probably, you get someone that's 100 pounds overweight, that's probably they eat to make them happy.
Well, Dan said, you know, I eat to make me happy. And then he lost 100 pounds, and it's like, you know, sorry to take away your happiness, bro. You sad now? Is your world full of sadness now because you're not? And he's like, happier than I've ever been.
Wow.
Right. So
Wait, he really said that?
Yeah. You've got to be able to change the script and change the way you're looking at it. It's like, what are you talking about? Happy? No, food does not fix it. It gives you something that's of enjoyment
It's good.
in the immediate, and we're going to have to figure out how to get past that.
Because there's different types of freedom. There's the freedom to eat a lot of food and be 100 pounds overweight, or there's the freedom to say no to that and live.
Freedom to say no. And a lot of people think, they don't look at it as a freedom to say no. They look at it as you're punishing yourself. Why are you doing that? This is crazy. You should eat more than that. You're not eating enough. This is bad for you. It's going to cause an eating disorder. And they focus on all of that stuff instead of, you got somebody here that's probably going to die 10, 15, 20 years before they really should die. They're not there the way they should be for their family, for their friends, for their community, because they're nearly disabled. You know, when you're 100 pounds of weight, it's changing everything. And it's like, okay, you want this casual, nice, sweet, okay, let's just back off. Let's just do this. Let's just do that. If you can do it that way and it works, I'm okay with that. But too many people believe I can't do it, so they don't do it. And that's not true. And I don't believe it's true for anybody. I've yet to meet a person that couldn't lose weight, all the weight. But for some, it's really hard. And I would say for some, it's harder than for others. And at some point, you may get to the place where you just decide it's too much work. But all I'm asking is for people to say it was too much work, not it was impossible.
Sure.
Because it was never impossible. It just required more than you were prepared to do.
That's good. That's good. Guys, comment below. We covered a lot there. 100 pounds in 6 months. What do you guys think about it? Is it something that you've tried and maybe given up on, or you're considering trying? Where are you at with it? Let's keep the dialogue going, and hopefully this will be encouraging to some people who read through the comments and hear people's experiences.
Thanks for tuning in.
Trainer Joe, train your brain.
Transform your body.